pilgrims, its soldiers, its explorers pouring out from its shores.
I gotta be honest, guys. I'm not religious. I grew up Roman Catholic. But man, the messaging and like making Christianity and all of that like center, like front and center, that's the way it should be. Because that's the way it is.
To cross oceans.
It's real.
Settle new continents. Build vast empires extending out across the globe. But in 1945...
As I said, you know, I drew the line in the sand. If Pope Leo finances a new crusade to help the Christians that are being killed in Nigeria, and he funds Blackwater to go save them, I'll go back to Mass. But only if there's a new crusade. Anything less, no.
For the first time since the age of Columbus,
God wills it.
It was contracting.
That's right.
Europe was in ruins. Half of it lived behind an iron curtain, and the rest looked like it would soon follow. The great Western empires had entered into terminal decline, accelerated by godless communist revolutions and by anti-colonial uprisings that would transform the world and drape the red hammer and sickle across vast swaths of the map in the years to come. Against that backdrop, then as now, many came to believe that the West's age of dominance had come to an end, and that our future was destined to be a faint and feeble echo of our past.
The multiverse. You don't have to be a witch to find the
This
magic
is
in
insane. Rubio's one. This is. I'm getting hard, bro. This is so good.
A little girl like I once
I really.
I fight for her.
But together, our predecessors recognized that decline was a choice, and it was a choice they refused to make. This is what we did together once before. And this is what President Trump and the United States want to do again now, together with you. And this is why we do not want our allies to be weak, because that makes us weak.
That's right.
We want allies who can defend themselves so that no adversary will ever be tempted to test our collective strength.
Yeah, look at y'all trying to fucking scramble it around with Greenland. Remember that? It was embarrassing, guys. Like, you gotta get your shit together.
This is why we do not want our allies to be shackled by guilt and shame. We want allies who are proud of their culture and of their heritage, who understand that we are heirs to the same great and noble civilization, and who together with us are willing and able to defend it. And this is why we do not want allies to rationalize the broken status quo rather than reckon with what is necessary to fix it. For we in America have no interest in being polite and orderly caretakers of the West's managed decline.
I honestly think this is probably the best one. And whenever I say probably, I mean it's the best one. This is by far the best one. This is crazy.
We do not seek to separate, but to revitalize an old friendship and renew the greatest civilization in human history.
Yeah.
What we want is a reinvigorated alliance that recognizes that what has ailed our societies is not just a set of bad policies, but a malaise of hopelessness and complacency.
Jesus, man. It's so true, too. He's completely right.
An alliance is the alliance that we want is one that is not paralyzed into inaction by fear. Fear of climate change, fear of war, fear of technology. Instead, we want an alliance that bolds and
look at, by the way, look at Europe and Germany nuclear power. How many power plants they have now that are nuclear power, and all of that, like them removing their, you know, like their nuclear power and everything. Like obviously that contributes to them needing to pay Russia for power. Zero, yeah, France has some. It's pathetic. Don't forget the windmills. Well, that's why they have birds.
Faces into the future, and the only fear we have is the fear of the shame of not leaving our nations prouder, stronger, and wealthier for our children. An alliance ready to defend our people, to safeguard our interests, and to preserve the freedom of action that allows us to shape our own destiny. Not one that exists to operate a global welfare state and atone.
Exactly, bro. Like we're paying. Like every time you ever hear like Donald Trump cuts funding for like Al-Qaeda sex transitions, and you're like, man, What the fuck were we doing over there? What, you know what I mean? Like, really, what are we doing giving them a bunch of fucking money?
For the purported sins of past generations. An alliance that does not allow its power to be outsourced, constrained, or subordinated to systems beyond its control. One that does not depend on others for the critical necessities of its national life. And one that does not maintain the polite pretense that our way of life is just one among many, and that asks for permission before it acts.
That's right, you do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm opening a portal.
And above all, an alliance based on the recognition that we, the West, have inherited together. What we have inherited together is something that is unique and distinctive and irreplaceable. Because this, after all, is the very foundation of the transatlantic bond. Active.
Jesus, man. I really like, this is amazing. I'm so happy. Somebody says, you talking about getting rid of Social Security? No. The idea is that we don't give any money to Somalia so we can keep funding Social Security. That's the idea. Like, we stop funding, you know, like third world shitholes. Like, you know, there's some, you know, fucking PvP server country in Africa we're sending money to. Cut it off. Fuck them. That's the goal. That's the idea.
Together in this way, we will not just help recover a sane foreign policy. It will restore to us a clear sense of ourselves. It will restore a place in the world. And in so doing, it will rebuke and deter the forces of civilizational erasure that today menace both America and Europe alike. So in a time of headlines heralding the end of the transatlantic era,
I'm loving
let
this.
it be known and clear to all that this is neither our goal nor our wish. Because for us Americans, our home may be in the Western Hemisphere, but we will always be a child of Europe.
True.
Our story,
Man, bro, they're clapping before the shit is even over. Oh my god. This is, I really hope, honestly, I hope that this is where things are going. It is. Standing ovation, by the way. Oh no, we're gonna see that.
began with an Italian explorer.
Wait, what? Who's it?
Our story began with an Italian explorer.
That's right. That's why it's Columbus Day. Indigenous Peoples Day. Do it on another day. It's Columbus Day. Christopher Columbus.
Whose adventure into the great unknown
right.
to discover a new world brought Christianity to the Americas.
That's right.
And became the legend that defined the imagination of our pioneer nation.
Absolutely.
Our first colonies were built by English settlers, to whom we owe not just the language we speak, but the whole of our political and
This
legal
house
system.
Columbus, goddamn hero. You're
Our
right.
frontiers were shaped by Scots-Irish, that proud, hardy clan from the hills of Ulster. They gave us Davy Crockett and
Yep.
Mark Twain and Teddy Roosevelt and Neil Armstrong. Our great Midwestern heartland was built by German farmers and craftsmen who transformed
Let's hear about some great Germans.
empty plains into a global agricultural powerhouse. And by the way, dramatically upgraded the quality
Yeah.
of American beer.
Absolutely. Fucking true. Yeah, and understand is the West has to help Africa. I mean, I don't think we should help them at all, bro. Like, you just get in there, get the stuff, and get out. Like, that's the way it. That's the way it is. And if you don't do it, China's gonna do it.
To this universe.
Like, that's how it is. It's not like nobody's gonna do it if you don't do it. It just means that they're gonna do it if you don't do it. You should just get their shit and go.
Our expansion into the
It's
interior
common sense.
followed the footsteps of French fur traders and explorers whose names, by the
China
way,
already doing it?
still adorn the street signs and town names all across the Mississippi Valley. Our horses, our ranches, our rodeos, the entire romance of the cowboy archetype that became synonymous with the American West. These were born in Spain,
Yeah.
and our largest and most
Motherfucking conquistadors. Absolutely. And if you go back, you gotta understand that some of these conquistadors you think about how much of an asshole you have to be for your city and your country to say, listen, we're going to give you the equivalent of billions of dollars to sail to the other side of the fucking world. And you're going to go there and you're going to cause whatever trouble you need over there, and that's it. And you think about it, they're still there, exactly. And then they get there, bro. They burn the ships. They take over entire fucking civilizations with like 50 guys, like 100 guys. These guys were legends, like Hernan Cortez, Pizarro. Holy fuck. Like, you could say, yeah, they're evil, brutal people. Of course they were. You had to be. And they came out ahead. It was 500, yeah, against 20,000. They were insane.
Iconic city was named New Amsterdam before it was named New York.
That's true.
And you know that in the year that my country was founded, Lorenzo and Catalina Giraldi lived in Casal Monferrato in the Kingdom of Piedmont, Sardinia. And Jose and Manuela Reina lived in Sevilla, Spain.
Yep.
I don't know what, if anything, they knew about the 13 colonies which had gained their independence from the British Empire. But here's what I'm certain of. They could have never imagined that 250 years later, one of their direct descendants would be back here today on this continent.
That's right.
As the chief diplomat of that infant nation.
Fucking base. Absolutely fucking base. And people gotta put more respect on the conquistadors. They do. Those guys were absolute G's. Like, really, like, you know, Cortez burned the boats. Because all the guys there were like, you know, oh, well, you know, we'll just go back, we'll leave. He set that shit on fire. He said, nobody leaves. That's it, it's done. Like, you're going in there. Beautiful story, absolutely. Like Arthas? Yeah, like Arthas. That's probably where they got it from.
And yet here I am, reminded by my own story that both our history and our fates will always be linked.
That's right.
Together we rebuild the shattered continent in the wake of two devastating world wars. When we found ourselves divided once again by the Iron Curtain, the Free West linked arms with the courageous dissidents struggling against tyranny in the East to defeat Soviet communism. We have fought against each other, then reconciled, then fought and reconciled again. And we have bled and died side by side on battlefields from Kepnion to Kandahar. And I'm here today to leave it clear that America is charting the path for a new century of prosperity. And that once again, we want to do it together with you, our cherished allies, and our oldest friends.
Man, I'm loving this. I'm
We want to
loving
do it
this.
together with you, with a Europe that is proud of its heritage and of its history, with a Europe that has the spirit of creation and liberty that sent ships out into uncharted seas and birthed our civilization, with a Europe that has the means to defend itself and the will to survive. We should be proud of what we achieved together in the last
Goddamn
century.
right. Hell yeah.
But now we must confront and embrace the opportunities of a new one. Because yesterday is over.
Thanks, fuck. Wow. Yeah, exactly. People constantly living in the context of some other bullshit. Yeah, I'm so glad that people are tired of this.
Future is inevitable,
Make Europe great again?
and our
Yeah.
destiny together awaits. Thank you.
Standing over. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. Like, that was insane.
Like, I honestly, like, yeah, you didn't even need water. Yeah, you're right. I really feel proud of this speech. This is amazing. Exactly. Like, this is, we've been waiting on this for a while, huh? And now it's finally happening. This is insane. You watch the interview afterwards? Well, I haven't seen the interview. I have no idea. But, like, this is just amazing. Like, I want to see a lot more of this. This is what we need to be hearing all the time.
This Sunday morning with the chant to investigate evidence disclosed that the Russia collusion hoax.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
Legal steps
that should
as we
not
continue
stop
to
us
search
from
for
trying to achieve
accountability
it.
for the biggest political scandal of our time. And after a bombshell week with DNI Tulsi Gabbard disclosing something this audience has suspected for a long time, that President Barack Obama may have been healing power after Trump won in the November 2016 plan to muddy up the incoming president's name and handicap his new administration with a focus story about the cosmos heals you. This past week, DNA Gabbard said she and the DOJ, the formation of that strike force.
The moon haunts you.
Coming up, the timeline to destroying Trump's reputation with the two men who saw it coming from day one while exposing
I
the
am
Russia
born
collusion
anew.
with Trump made-up fantasy
made it halfway.
concocted by Hillary
Stop
Clinton
them.
and her 2016 presidential campaign. CIA Director John Ratcliffe and Trump's media and
Better
telecom
stop that
CEO
vehicle.
Devin Nunes are just days after Director of National Intelligence Gabbard declassified the House Intelligence Committee report prepared in 2020
There's still a
based
chance to
on
stop
then
them.
Congressman Nunes' investigation.
Now you do the same for me, Lee.
Any direct
Destiny
information or
awaits.
evidence that Russian President Putin wanted to help elect Donald Trump in 2016.
Fall back, my friends.
Despite the assessment repeatedly listed
They hit
in the
checkpoint.
daily presidential
Now might be a good time to stop them.
Obama ordered a new report which completely contradicted the original assessment. Here's DNI Tulsi with me here, exclusively last Sunday.
The task that came out of that meeting was coming from President Obama directly to the intelligence community, then Obama's ODNI director, producing a document,
The moon haunts you.
that detailed not if, but how
Born
it has
again.
affected the outcome of the election. This document that they published in January of 2017
CIA Director John Ratcliffe will join me shortly. But first, a flashback to 2018 with me here 7 years ago.
It's very troubling. All of this ties in. It's not just Lisa Page and Peter Strzok, Maria. What's important and significant about what Devin Nunes told you earlier is more than 70 witnesses appeared before the House Intelligence Committee. All of them were asked the same question. What evidence do you have of Russian collusion with Donald Trump and the Trump campaign? What evidence do you have of conspiracy? What evidence do you have of coordination? And they batted 1,000 in their response. These are folks like Susan Rice and Samantha Power, senior DOJ and department officials and intelligence and law enforcement officials, and they all said we don't have any. So what we have known and what I want the public to see from these transcripts is that our law enforcement and intelligence communities have known for a while that there isn't evidence of Russian collusion with Donald Trump or the Trump campaign. The sooner the public finds that out, the better off we'll all be.
And Jeremy, right now, back 7 years later in the Sunday
The moon haunts you. Born again.
And thank you for all of your truth-telling over the years. We opened this up wide so many years ago. Release the Trump! Highlighting the truth here, as you have done so many years ago.
Well, Maria, before the intelligence community established that DNI Gabbard was talking about, before Devin Nunes' report about that intelligence community assessment, before the Mueller investigation, before Crossfire Hurricane, there was this. In the summer of 2016, U.S. intelligence intercepted Russian intelligence talking about a Hillary Clinton plan to falsely accuse Donald Trump of Russia collusion to vilify him and smear him. People have become known infamously as the Steele dossier. And Maria, this intelligence was so explosive that John Brennan briefed President Obama, Vice President Biden, Jim Fox, James Comey, National Security, telling them about the Hillary Clinton campaign. That was in August of 2016, and yet it wasn't until more than 4 years later, in October of 2020, when I found, after an exhaustive search, John Brennan's handwritten notes and the underlying intelligence behind it, that revealed exactly what happened. So for a 4 years time, the truth about the origins of the Russia collusion hoax was hidden from the American people. And unfortunately, Maria, as you recall, those same people were already at that point in time onto their next hoax, the Hunter Biden laptop. This was a month before the 2020 election, and unfortunately, what we saw with Joe Biden's election was another 4 years to be able to continue to bury the truth. And so it's only now, with Donald Trump having been reelected, that through DNI Gabbard, myself, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, all of this intelligence, all of this evidence that's been hidden and buried from the American people is finally coming to light.
Yeah. We just showed a picture of John Brennan's notes, and I want to go back to those because you just referenced them. These are handwritten notes that John Brennan took